day traders, Raghee here, and in this update, let me be the bearer of bearish news. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a downtrend. And if we can start to think about trading trends and shifting away from the idea that we have to be in an uptrend to be profitable and productive and successful traders, and just embrace the fact that if there's a path of least resistance, that's going to be the edge that most traders will be able to take advantage of. Now, I won't say that downtrends are as easy to trade as uptrends. The fact is they're not. The short squeezes and the volatility can be far, far, far more volatile than anything we typically see in an uptrend. Uptrends tend to go from vanilla uptrends to parabolic uptrends, and then they transition to chop. We've seen this many times across many symbols. But downtrends, they certainly can go parabolic and start to accelerate, but because the market, especially the indices, so the S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, Russell, because those markets are operating under a bullish bias, more traders will go in, more investors will go in and try to bottom pick and bargain hunt than they will just short the rip. Short the rip, that's where traders are going to benefit in this environment. And what do I mean by environment? Well, everything starts with structure. And the structure of the NASDAQ is red over red. It's double red. The structure of the S&P, even before today, gang, was red over red. It's a little fresher than that of the NAS, but we had red over red days since yesterday. So the only index, if you're thinking what could have an oversold bounce, the only one left really amongst the NAS, S&P, Dow, and Russell is the Dow. The Dow is still a neutral yellow market trend. You can see that right here. There's your flag. There's your multi-trend. So if there's going to be any kind of bounce possibility, this is a minor low that's forming right now, there's the Dow. That's the possibility. Now, for those who saying, but wait a minute, Rod, can't the S&P bounce? Of course it can. But what's going to lead it to bounce? Remember, there's sectors inside the S&P and stocks that make up the S&P. If I'm looking at what's inside the S&P, I start with XLK. Double red downtrend. I start with XLF. I start with XLV. These are three primary places. This is where we start. These three sectors to understand what's sitting inside this S&P making it go. Only the healthcare ETF, only this corner of the S&P remains neutral amongst the heavily weighted sectors, the three that we start with. So we've got a table, a three-legged table that's teetering on one leg. Not that we can't bounce, but bounces are very likely to be shorted into because they're going to be shorted into more likely in the XLF and XLK. And I would say that TikTok, the criteria as of today, there's three things that I look for. South of the propulsion, red grab candles, we've got the requisite number of candles, and propulsion. We've actually got now the propulsion dots. The formula that I look for, south of the 200, about 10 grab candles that are red, and then I need 5 propulsion dots. They're here as of today. So there is the ingredients, the precursor to the red trend reading, just really around the bend. At that point, unless one of the other sectors, the financials or tech, transition back into chop, that means all three cylinders are firing lower. Gang, this is not the environment to pick bottoms in. Not that we ever want to do that in public anyway. The thing to remember here is if we get strength, sure, day trade it, right? Day trade it. Preferably on days that we don't have 4 different FOMC speakers and Janet Yellen, as we did today, Tuesday. And throughout the week, we are just sprinkled with FOMC speak. However, if there is a rip, think about day trading it. But the overall trend for swing trend follows on the daily, that's going to be the short. So if you want to be a bull, be a short-term bull, be a short-term buyer. Day trade that strength on the sessions that inevitably we're going to see up sessions in a down market, right? Day trade it. But in the meanwhile, focus on short the rip. and focus on that follow through. And this is why, again, this is not good news. This is not bad news. It's bearish. And if it's a trend, frankly, it's good news. All right. I'll see you all in the next update.
Hey traders, Raghi from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.